Hello and welcome back to another episode of Into the 99, where we've got 99 cards, because Commander's number one. I have got both Sherman and Slothy with me today. Sherman, how you doing?
Getting sick.
It's that weird time of year where it's like really warm out, but everyone's starting to get sick and ill. It's right by vacation time. That's when everyone gets sick, when they want to take time off.
No. Well, it doesn't help that, it rains and it gets cold and then, it's warm again and temperature fluctuations, just like wintertime, right?
Yeah.
So,
the 100,000
you?
mosquitoes aren't working very well for me either.
Oh my goodness, I'm so allergic to mosquitoes.
I just don't like mosquitoes.
Not liking it is one thing, but if I get bit, once got bit above my eyebrow and it swelled up and it just hurt my whole eye.
Everyone thinks you're getting abused at home and it's just a mosquito bite.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good. I'm good. I had just again a busy week generally with Warhammer. I did edit up some Final Fantasy decks finally, so I'm only, what is it now, 2 sets behind. It never really ends with the list, but there's some cool Final Fantasy stuff. So I haven't even began to get to the Edge of Eternity stuff, but the decks you guys have been making for Edge of Eternity stuff have looked so cool. So now I kind of got to go look through those things. And Slothy, how have you been?
Oh, I'm all right. I also feel like I'm starting to get sick, but we carry on.
Everyone dying or what?
100%, yeah.
Yeah. Other than sick, good week or?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. It was kind of weird. It was very, very busy and then slow and then very busy and slow, and just couldn't really get a rhythm for how fast I was supposed to be working or anything.
That's fair. Yeah, the pacing was just off.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. Today we are talking another one of this is a Sherman deck, and it seems really cool already just from the name and the first few cards I've seen. So I don't want to spoil it for things, but I'll quickly I'll jump right into stuff. If you want any of the cards from this episode, go to houseofcards.ca, promo code IT99. Gets you a discount, supports us, supports a great business, great stock, fast shipping, wonderful people. If you like our content, like, share, subscribe, it really helps out. And yeah, come over and support us above and beyond that on Patreon, build decks with us, hang out with us. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll, also put these decks in AI Armor sleeves. All right, Sherman, tell us about this deck.
All right. So, last time I did a deck, I did a station. It was colorless. First time doing it. All right, fine. I have gone the opposite direction this time, where I have an infinite Guideline Station. Okay, this is a Wooburg, so all the colors, we have access to everything. Okay, so it costs just Wooburg, one of each color, legendary artifact spacecraft. Now, when the station enters, create a tap 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature token for each multicolored permanent you control. That station, because it's a station. At +12, well, it has flying, and at +12, whenever Infinite Guideline Station attacks, draw a card for each multicolored permanent you control, and it's a 7/15. Now, the thing is, whenever I do 5-color commanders, I don't build just regular. I like to make it janky. I like to throw in a theme. So, Daniel, if you scroll all the way to the very bottom, I will have a description there.
Okay.
Neither you or Slothy have read this, because we tend to not do the description. So, Daniel or Slothy, if one of you guys can read that out, it's kind of long, but not quite. If you can read that out, I would really, really, really appreciate it, because it shows you what we're trying to do with this deck.
First off, I can't read, but let me try. We have the description for the deck. That's it. You've done it. You somehow got a hold of the space station. It may have taken you years, lots of money, 3 Feldergriff, 2 nasty sheep, and a box of chocolate cookies. It was difficult, but you got it. Only one problem now. You're the only occupant. For the station to prosper and grow, we need people, we need workers, and we need citizens. So we need to gather resources and spend them on ad campaigns to bring in citizens to the powers of the station. Hilarious. Create incentives such as treasures to stimulate economic growth. You put a lot of effort into this deck, and I like this. The more citizens you have, the faster the station can function, which is fair, reasonable. Watch out, though, for if you have too many citizens, some will stay there and do nothing, slowing your progress down. Balancing your resources and citizens is tricky, but if anyone can do it, point at yourself. Me, yes, reading it, just do it, yes. You can, let's face it, you have no choice. Beware as your neighbors may become butthurt and jealous of your success. causing to attack you or remove your resources and policies. Find ways to defend your resources and citizens. Use strategic decisions to remove other policies that may attack or hinder your expansion. Initiate political talks, make peace deals, or go to war and attack your neighbors back. Run the station however you want. It's yours to command. Show the world your magical skills at being upper management. I like this. I am a big fan of this, Sherman.
So we're playing a game within a game.
I gotta say I'm happy with this. I like this description a lot, actually.
Yeah. So our focus is to bring out citizens to populate the station and try to like maintain it, and more than likely we're going to go to war with other people because it's magic, right? So
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah. And all my categories are aligned to the theme as well.
I was going to say, normally I'm excited to see this deck before we jump into stuff because I don't normally see you build 5-color, right? So, and on top of that, that is a very, very big draw engine in the command zone. It's pretty quick that you can just start refilling your hand every time this commander attacks. 12, when you're making 2/2 robots, 12 is not really an unreasonable number to get to, right? You only have to have made 6 of these robots or other creatures to crew this, station this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Crew number 2.
So the citizens already like come out, and the citizens are white-green creatures, so they count, right? So whichever ones, if you have like 5 of them, you get 5 robots right off the bat, and then like from there you just like crew your station right away, right when it comes out, if it comes down to it, right?
Yeah. Well, and again, these big stations, they are huge, right? 715 is large.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's jump into our first one. We have our ad campaign, which is increasing the station population. So I'll take our first one. We have Boss's Chauffeur, 4 and a white for a elf citizen creature, 0/0. It enters the battlefield with a number of 1/1 counters on it equal to 1 plus the number of creatures you control. So again, big on recruiting. Alliance, whenever another creature enters under your control, you put a 1/1 counter on this. And when this dies, you create a 1/1 green and white citizen creature token for each 1/1 counter on Boss's Chauffeur. All right.
Okay.
I respect it.
Then we've got the Cabaret Charm. Red, green, white for an instant. You can choose one. Cabaret Charm deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control to target creature or planeswalker. Creatures you control get +1/+1 and trample until end of turn. Or you can create 2 1/1 green and white citizen creature tokens.
I forgot to mention one thing. With this deck, we're mainly green-white focused. We are going to have a bit of red and very little black, and I think we only have like 3 cards that require blue, including our commander. So
I like that.
Yeah.
Again, the charm is nice because you can with so many creatures, right? Token heavy deck, you can blast creatures off the board. You can win the game, or you can just get more station bait.
Yeah, it's very versatile, which is something that I really, really, really enjoy about charms in general. So, next card we have here is going to be Caldeia Guardian, or green creature, human soldier. It's a 4/3. Whenever it or another creature you control with mana value 4 or greater die, you create 2 1/1 green and white citizen creature tokens. It has Blitz. It's green and green. So Blitz, once again, you cast this spell for its Blitz cost, it gains haste, and when this creature dies, draw a card. Sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
It's a nice card because it kind of scales, like you cast for Blitz just to get like, the creature out and then the citizens, or you just one extra turn, or like, 4 mana, you just cast it and then you can bring it out, so it will trigger off of things like if Boss's Chauffeur dies.
Yeah, I like this. I was gonna say really quickly, it's really fun seeing the new Capenna Citizens theme working hand in hand with the new stuff. I love to revisit old sets like this. So, and Citizens were kind of
really fun.
They were a little lackluster a lot of the time, right? They're just kind of 1/1 chump blockers, but now they're giant draw bait in this deck.
Yeah,
I like it. The next we have is our Citizens Crowbar, 1 and a white. It's an equipment. When it enters the battlefield, you create a 1/1 green and white citizen creature token, and then attach the crowbar to it. Equipped creature gets 1/1 and has pay 1 white and tap. Sack a citizen's crowbar, destroy target artifact or enchantment, awesome removal, and creature, that's cool. And then equip for 2.
Sweet. Then we've got the Civil Servant, green and white for a 2/3 cat citizen. Whenever Civil Servant attacks, you may tap another untapped citizen you control. If you do, Civil Servant gets +1/+0 and lifelink until end of turn.
That might be the silliest looking card I've ever seen.
I know. I saw him like, oh, I'm throwing it in. I don't care.
So hilarious artwork.
It looks like the art you'd see on the side of one of those fair haunted houses.
This looks like something I would see in a nightmare.
The next one we have here is going to be Courier's Briefcase. You're 1 in the green. It's an artifact and a treasure. When Courier Briefcase enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 green and white citizen creature token. You can tap it to sacrifice the briefcase, add 1 mana of any color. You can also pay Wooper and tap it to sacrifice the briefcase and draw a card.
Yeah, that's sick. We have our next one, Darling of the Masses, 2 a white, a green, for a 2/4 elf citizen creature. Other citizens you control get 1/0. Whenever Darling of the Masses attacks, you create a 1/1. I'm gonna build this deck. I really like this already. You've already sold me. The ad campaign has worked. I have most of these cards, I guarantee, just sitting downstairs. I have so much new Capenna. I gotta go get one of these. This is a really cool deck so far, Sherman. I'm so sorry. A 2/4 like token generator is really cool.
And then we've got the Exhibition Magician, 2 in red for a 2/1 human wizard. When it enters battlefield, choose one. You can create a 1/1 green and white citizen creature token or create a treasure token.
Yeah, both are very relevant in this deck. Right. The next one, the great card, is Grand Crescendo for X double white. It's an instant. You create X 1/1 green and white citizen creature token. Creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. Fantastic card.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, Halo Fountain is awesome. We have alternate win con. 2 and a white. It's an artifact, so you can pay 1 white, tap it, untap a tap creature you control. You create a 1/1 green and white citizen creature token, which is wonderful. 2 white and a tap. Untap 2 tapped creatures you control. You draw a card. This is very fun, too, because you have the win condition ability built into your station. You can just tap them at any point to station them.
Yes.
I like this a lot. So you can use any of their abilities just by stationing, because there's not a limit of how many things you can station on it, right?
Correct.
Yeah. And then for 5 white and a tap, untap 15 tapped creatures you control, you win the game. And again, you're generating a lot of creatures because we're already very, very, like, we're super, super token heavy already, like 10 cards in. Our commander's creating tokens. Like, we're having 15 creatures is nothing in this deck.
Yeah, and that's the thing about this deck. This deck has 29 creatures, not including all the things that generate creature tokens for you as well. So we should be getting to 15 easily.
Mm-hmm.
And due to that, we have to protect the citizens quite often.
Salamanders. So sorry, it's all Warhammer
now. Next up here, we've got Kit Kanto, Mayhem Diva, 1 and Naya for a 3/3 legendary Cat Bard Druid. When Kit Kanto enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 green white citizen creature token. And at the beginning of combat on each player's turn, you may tap 2 untapped creatures you control. When you do target creature that player controls, get +2/+2 and gains trample until end of turn, and goad that creature.
I love goats so much.
Goat's so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's the thing, like, we should have enough creatures where, if we're not stationing, we can tap them on other people's combat and force them to attack constantly.
Well, and keep horrible stuff away from us, right?
Yeah. So, like, we're just hopefully whittling down everyone else's stuff while we gain more max, in a sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
The next card here is Luxurious Libation. For X and a green, it's an instant. Target creature gets +X until end of turn. Create a 1/1 green and white citizen creature token.
Honestly, I'll just cast this for 1 like every time. 1 green, nothing. X is 0. I just want my token.
Just want your boy.
We have Fabian, Boss is Confident next. 3-1, red 1, green 1, white for a 3-6 cat advisor. This is also a secret cat deck. I'm into it. Creature tokens you control have haste, which is scary. We have Parlay. At the beginning of combat on your turn, each player reveals the top card of their library. For each land card revealed this way, you create a 1-1 green and white cat citizen. Mao. Then creatures you control get 1-1 until end of turn for each non-land revealed this way. Then each player draws a card. Again, very scary in a deck where you've got so many, like generally speaking, you're going to have so many of these robots. Because the citizens are one thing. They're cool. But the robots that come out from it, it's very, very likely that when you cast your commander, you have, the ability to get 10 or 11 2/2s, which is game changing already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then again, the creature's getting 1/1, and you can possibly turn your little 1/1 citizens into 5/5s this way. That's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you get to say it's group hug. Well, everyone drew a card. It's group hug. Die.
Group
yeah.
hug adjacent.
Yeah, group hug adjacent. I like it.
We'll be right back.
Ever wondered what a rhythm-based stealth game with dinosaurs might look like? Or a farming sim in space with zombies? Welcome to the Gaming Blender podcast. I'm Matt, and with my co-host Scott, we take a random game genre and random game mechanics, blend them all up, and pitch wild, totally hypothetical games you've never heard of, and maybe shouldn't. New episodes every other week. Hit play and unleash your inner game dev. No coding required. Search the Gaming Blender on your favorite podcast app now.
Next up here, we've got the Plane Wide Celebration. 5 double green for a sorcery. You can choose 4, and you may choose the same mode more than once. Create a 2/2 citizen creature token that's all colors. Return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Proliferate, or you gain 4 life.
This is a high costing card, but it is so useful in this deck. It's kind of outrageous.
Yeah, fair enough.
This next card's a fun one. It's going to be Prosperous Partnership for 1 red and white. Is an enchantment. When the partnership enters the battlefield, you create 2 1/1 green and white citizen creature tokens. Tap 3 untapped creature tokens. Creatures you control. To create a treasure token.
Yeah.
So if our station's not out, then when we have a bunch of creatures, we can generate treasures to hopefully ramp out our station again, because most likely someone killed it.
The treasure sub theme is really, really fun because you're in a 5-color deck, but like you said, you've committed mostly to 3 of the colors, right? So you have a really nice, unique way of getting around your color restrictions for when you're going the treasure route, right? You just throw these treasures away, power the station. I like this theme. It's very thoughtful.
It's a nice way to cheat out all the colors that you need, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and most people are used to seeing treasures or giving treasures away and whatnot. It's just like an added bonus in a sense.
Yeah. We have our Rabble Rousing here. I love this card. 4 and white. It's an enchantment with Hideaway 5, so it enters, you look at top 5 cards, put 1 face down, blah, blah, blah. Whenever you attack with 1 or more creatures, you create that many 1/1 green and white. This is Rego Bait. Green and white citizen creature tokens. Then if you control 10 or more creatures, you can play the exiled card without paying its mana cost. But that's such a powerful token generator.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's really, really crazy.
Well, again, even without a doubling season or a parallel lives, any of those they're in every token deck cards. This is a double your tokens every turn deck, right? You can freely attack with your citizens because you're replacing every one of them. It doesn't matter. Block away. Do what you want.
Yeah.
Settle the wreckage on them, I dare you.
But that's fine. We bring out more land. That's fine. You're thinning out our deck.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I dare them to do it. I got the same citizens left.
Yeah.
Rounding out this section here, we've got Warm Welcome. 2 and a green for an instant. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from among them, put it into your hand, then put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order, and create a 1/1 green-white citizen creature token.
That's cool. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our next section here we have is the building the resource infrastructure, which is our ramp.
Yeah. So it's fun time. We have a decent amount of cards here. Like it says 12 cards in here. But you'll see why it's not really well ramped cards. So, first one is gonna be big score for green or red instant. At additional cost, cast a spell, discard a card. Draw 2 cards and create 2 treasures. Once again, as you said, Daniel, we have a sub theme of treasure. So this is why I put this under ramp, because we're more likely going to use those treasures as opposed to hard advance.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like this so far. We have our Cryptolith Rite, which is a great card. 1 and a green. It's an enchantment. Creatures you control have tapped, add 1 mana of any color. All of the citizens are helping.
Oh, they're waiting.
Yeah, we're building a cult.
I like it.
Then we've got Cultivate. 2 and a green for a sorcery. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards. Reveal them. Put 1 onto the battlefield tapped, the other into your hand, and then shuffle.
Okay. What's this art? Wow, that's the Final Fantasy one. That's hilarious. I like it a lot.
Yeah. So we have a mercy for the next card here for 1 and a green sorcery. Search your library for a plains, island, swamp, or mountain card. Put it onto the battlefield tapped, and shuffle.
Okay. We have Great Ramp in our Ignoble Hierarch here. 1 green. It's got Exalted. It's Goblin Shaman 0/1. It taps for a red, a black, or a green.
Then we've got Inga and Asika. 2 green blue for 4/4 legendary human god. Creatures you control have vigilance and tap to add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast a creature spell. And whenever you cast a creature spell, if 3 or more mana from creatures was spent to cast it, draw a card.
Yeah.
Solid.
I love this card so much. It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Gigantha, the Wellspring, 4 and a hybrid red-green. So, legendary creature, an elemental elf. That's a 5/5. It has companion, but we don't care about that. All we care about is the fact that it can tap to add Ruberg. This mana can't be spent to pay generic mana cost. All we care is to use this to cast our commander.
Yeah. I like
Yeah,
it.
that's quite good.
We have our Kodama's Reach here. I love Gigantha, by the way. Kodama's Reach, 2 and a green. You search your library for up to 2 basic lands, reveal them, put it 1 on the battlefield, tap the other into your hand and shuffle. Again, any one of these cards is going to color fix you for the ones you're needing most. You can worry about your station later because you just basically in this deck so far need to have your green, your red, your white.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And like for those ones, like we have a decent amount of like we have the most green and white, or sorry, north and plains. We have some red, and we have like 2 swamp and 1 island.
Yeah, that's fair. Again, they're not really colors we're super caring about, right? And a lot of times treasures are going to fix it. The citizens will figure out what we need to do.
Yeah. Hopefully your citizens aren't dumb.
So it's a hard
if they are, that means we're dumb.
It's a hard ask in these times.
Next here, we've got the Mirari's Wake. 3 green white for an enchantment. Creatures you control get +1/+1. Whenever you tap a land for mana, add 1 mana to your mana pool of any type that land produced.
Yeah, this card is fantastic, and it's just that we have so many creatures, so that extra +1/+1 makes a huge difference, especially if we're trying to station or like station our station, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, next one is gonna be Noble Hierarch for a single green. Human Druid 0/1. It has Exalted as well, and you can tap it for bad.
I like it. This card needs a reprint. It's not expensive, but you just don't ever really see it. It's the Rose Room Treasurer. It's 3 in a red for an Ogre Warrior 4/3 with Alliance. Alliance is one of my favorite mechanics. Honestly, this set is just making me remember how much I liked New Capenna. And I did like New Capenna. It's one of the last sets that I mass bought boxes of. I haven't bought... I've been buying sealed product for a while, but I've bought boxes and boxes of New Capenna because that was back when that was like a commander deck season, right? So I ripped all these decks apart, built so many. I really like New Capenna. It's awesome. Anyway, so the Alliance. Whenever another creature you control enters under your control, create a treasure token. If it's the first time it's triggered this ability. Otherwise, you can pay X. When you do it, deals X damage to any target. I like that.
Removal on the stick.
Yeah. Well, and again, also a treasure generator for doing what we're already passively doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Next up here, we've got Stimulus Package. 2 red and a green for an enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, create 2 treasure tokens, and you can sacrifice a treasure to create a 1/1 green and white citizen creature token. I really like that.
Hey, we have treasures that create citizens, and we have citizens that create treasures.
It's fun.
It's a self-sustaining economy you got there.
I love your names for these sections. These are making me very happy. Our introducing new policies card advantages next.
Sorry. Here we go. As you can tell, like I said at the beginning, I am a little bit sick. So we have Balin, the Haymaker, is our first card. It's going to be Naya, so red, green, white. Legendary creature, Rabbit Warrior. It's a 4/3. You can tap 2 untapped tokens you control. Add 1 mana of any color. So remember, you don't have to sacrifice or treasures.
Mm-hmm.
Tap 3 untapped tokens you control to draw a card. And tap 4 untapped tokens you control. Put 3+1/+1 counters on Balin, the Haymaker. It gains trample until end of turn.
Yeah. Honestly, Balin, Frank played the Heir Apparent Balin.
Mm-hmm.
That's a wild commander. That ability to tap your tokens gets very, very out of control very, very quickly, right? And again, that instant speed, you don't need to do anything. You can just keep them sitting there as blockers, whatever, block, tap, sack. Like you have a lot of cool abilities with Balin. I want the anime versions of all these cards, but they're just out of reach.
Way too expensive.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to see the price of the current one. Is there even one? There it is. It's only $350.
Only.
Yeah, only $350. Yeah, no, it's a bummer how expensive those anime versions of the cards were because they were so cool. Oh, it's me, sorry. Beast Whisperer. I was like, who's taking it? 2 double green for a 2/3 elf druid. Whenever you cast a creature, you draw a card. So again, big draw for us.
Then we've got Benny Brax, Zoologist. 3 and a white for a 3/2 legendary elf druid with Convoke. And at the beginning of each end step, if you created a token this turn, draw a card. I'm a fan.
Next card is really exciting. We have Bator, Kin to Paw, for 2 with a white, black, and green legendary creature, Spirit Dragon. That's a 5/7. That's fine. At the beginning of your end step, if creatures you control have total toughness 10 or greater, draw a card. Then, if creatures you control have toughness 20 or greater, untap each creature you control. Then, if creatures you control have total toughness 40 or greater, each opponent loses half their life rounded up. Hey!
That's you have stuff that gives your creatures haste and stuff. So it's really easy if you have a lot of mana late game. You bring your station in. Okay, well, whatever. At least those are tapped. I don't have to worry about those. Then you drop in Bator, and then I cry.
Yeah, because Bator and your station alone, if your station's a creature, okay, that's 15 plus 7. You're already more than halfway to 40.
Yeah. Well, and you lose half your life, right? Like you'll kill me.
Yeah.
I like this. We have our Camaraderie next. 4, 1 green, 1 white for a sorcery. You gain X life, draw X cards, where X is the number of creatures you control, and creatures you control get 1/1, which is generally a huge draw whenever I cast it.
Yeah. For this one, it's a huge draw, but the gain life is really, really nice.
Mm-hmm. Next up, we've got Chulane, Teller of Tales. 2 and Bant for a 2/4 legendary human druid with Vigilance. Whenever you cast a creature spell, draw a card. Then you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. And you can pay 3 and tap it to return target creature you control to its owner's hand.
Yeah.
Fun. Ooh, this next one is so exciting. This one, it's Warbold, Baker's King, coming back for 2 black, red, and green, 5 mana total. Legendary creature, Dragon Noble, 4/4, 9. When it enters our attack, sacrifice another permanent. Easy, we have tokens galore. Whenever you sacrifice a permanent, put a +1/+1 counter on Warbold and draw a card. That's the key.
Yeah, I like it. We have our over the top 5 double red, so a big cost spell. Each player reveals a number of cards from the top of their library equal to the number of non-land permanents they control, puts all permanents they reveal this way onto the battlefield, and puts the rest in the graveyard. That's phenomenal.
You have to be careful with this one though, because I've had it before where someone cast it, and I'm like, sweet, I'm winning because I have a huge board state, and then they copied it, and then I basically milled out from that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a great game. I lost totally, but it was fun.
With you, this is a big gamble too, because you can end up hitting that, like one of your creature tokens have haste cards and just game over people.
Yes, 100%.
Rounding us out here is going to be Rumor Gatherer. 1 double white for 2/1 elf wizard with Alliance. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, scry 1. If this is the second time this ability is resolved this turn, draw a card instead.
One of my favorite arts. I say it every time. Love the little bear, love the little elephant. It's doing everything right. It's a very, very cool card. Okay, we have our foreign policies here next.
All right, I'm going to start off.
This is Group Hug. It's all Group Hug.
I'm going to start with Emissary Green. Foreign and green. It's a legendary creature, human advisor. That's a 3/3. Whenever it attacks, starting with you, each player votes for profit or security. You create a number of treasure tokens equal to twice the number of profit votes, and put a number of +1/+1 counters on each creature you control for the number of security votes. This gets out of hand very fast.
Honestly, you have to, with a token, you have to give you profit.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, I can't in good conscience vote for security when other people might, and turn your again, just the fact that they might turn into 1/1s. If I'm doing it personally, I'm going to vote for these every time. I'm going to say I want security because I'm already getting these things. You go ahead and you pump my things up if you want. If you want to make my board of 2/2s and 1/1s into like 5/5, 6/6s, you go right ahead. Make your choice. Yeah. No, that's very cool. I like these cool cards. Glench the Bestower is 1/1 green, 1 white for a 0/5 jellyfish. It's one of my favorite commanders of all time. It's flying. At the beginning of your end step, you choose a player. They put 2/1 counters on a creature they control. Awesome. Choose a second player to draw a card. Then choose a third player to create 2 treasure tokens.
We're being friendly here.
Just making
We
some
want
friends.
everyone to prosper. Just leave our citizens alone.
Honestly, if I was doing this one in this, like especially in this deck, I'm giving myself the treasure tokens every time. Who else wants to be my friend? Who wants to draw? Who wants a counter?
Next up here, we've got Howling Mine. 2 mana artifact, beginning of each player's draw step. If Howling Mine's untapped, that player draws an additional card.
I have to have it in here. I have to.
Yep.
It's Group Hug.
No.
Preach the word. I really got to get a hallelujah button for when you guys put Group Hug things in decks.
Please do.
The next one, okay, is Lotho, Corrupt Sheriff, or a white and a black legendary creature halfling rogue. That's a 2/1. Whenever a player casts their second spell each turn, you lose 1 life and create a treasure token. Hey, I'm helping you guys out to draw more cards. Hopefully, you will hit all your land drops, you'll ramp, and you'll be casting more spells every single turn.
Lotho is Group
I
Hug.
lose life, not a problem. I have cards here that gain me life, so this should be to our advantage.
Well, and you're helping the table kill you. What else is that if not Group Hug?
You'll see.
We have our Master of Ceremonies next. Another card that also desperately needs a reprint. 3 and a white. Sorry.
We're all sick here.
Yeah, no, I can't speak these days. Okay, here we go. Back to this one. It's a 3/4 Rhino Druid. Beginning of your upkeep, each opponent chooses money, friends, or secrets. For each player who chose money, you and that player both create a treasure. For each player who chooses friends, you and that player each get a 1/1 green and white citizen creature token. And for each player who chose secret, you and that player each draw a card. Who could argue with that?
Seems like a pretty good deal to me.
I'd take that deal.
This is a great card. It's our most expensive card in the deck, but it's like the best card in here. It's so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we've got Mog, Moogle Warrior. 1 a red and a white for 1/2 legendary Moogle Warrior with lifelink, and the ability to dance. At the beginning of your end step, each player may discard a card. Each player who discarded a card this way draws a card. If a creature card was discarded this way, you create a 1/2 white Moogle creature token with lifelink. Then if a non-token creature was discarded this way, put a +1/+1 counter on each Moogle you control.
I like it. Group hug.
Yep. Group hug-ish, plus like your Moogles are getting big, so that helps like protect yourself and station things. Plus they have lifelink.
Mhm.
So yeah. Our next card here is gonna be Monologue Pact for 2 and a white. It's an enchantment. Whenever an opponent casts their second spell each turn, you create a treasure token.
The Yap
Nice and
tax.
simple.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
our Rites of Flourishing.
Not talking about
2 and a green. At the beginning, as an enchantment, at the beginning of each player's draw step, they draw an additional card. I always find that this card smooths the game out for people. It does make people's games better. And then each player can play an additional land. I always find it's helpful. I've never had somebody play Rites of Flourishing in any game and not enjoyed that game.
Yeah, 100%.
Then we've got Smuggler's Share. 2 and a white enchantment. At the beginning of each end step, draw a card for each opponent who drew 2 or more cards this turn. Then create a treasure token for each opponent who had 2 or more lands enter the battlefield under their control this turn.
Very good card.
Yeah.
It goes so well with Rites of Flourishing.
Sure does. We're on to our station improvements. What a section already.
Yeah.
Okay.
This section is, yeah. So
Right.
we're starting off with a banger here. It's gonna be, first one is Eerie Ultimatum. So it's 2 white, 3 black, 2 green. So it's hard to cast, but not so much when you have treasures. It's a sorcery. Return any number of permanent cards with different names from your graveyard to the battlefield. Hey!
It's a problem. It's a big problem. Eerie
It's
Ultimatum
not
is
a
wild.
problem at all.
It's wonderful artwork. It's wonderful, really cool flavor text from Gavi. The ground under our feet is a record of every slight against the world to be avenged at a time of its choosing. Don't like that. Pretty scary. I like it. We have our Eternal Witness, 1 double green for a 2/1 human shaman. When it enters, you can return target card from your graveyard to your hand. So you've got a great recursion section already.
Then we've got Jetmir, Nexus of Revels. 1 and Naya for a 5/4 legendary cat demon. Creatures you control get +1/+0 and have vigilance as long as you control 3 or more creatures. Creatures you control also get +1/+0 and have trample as long as you control 6 or more creatures. And finally, creatures you control also get +1/+0 and have double strike as long as you control 9 or more creatures.
So you're saying I can attack people and then tap it to put counters on my station. I like it.
What's the point of counters on your station when everyone's dead from the minimum 4/1 double strike tramplers?
The station must
I don't know what
persist.
you're talking about.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I station. I will tap all of these to station my thing. We're all dead. We've been dead for 5 turns. You're just playing with yourself right now. The station persists.
Truth be told, Jetmir is
peaceful
there
times.
mainly to just Jetmir is there mainly to just help station, okay, and 2 is for people to use removal on, so they leave the rest of your stuff alone.
I was going to say, you're not convincing me that he's just there for stationing. He's getting swords to plowshare the second I can.
Just for stationing.
Speaking of which, our next card is going to be Knight of New Alara for 2 and a green and a white, which is a creature human knight at the 2/2. Each other multicolored creature you control gets +1/+1 for each of its colors. For citizens are going to be 3/3 right off the bat.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then our station is going to get +5/+5.
Yeah, that's also a problem.
Yeah, a 12/20 coming at you. That's fine. Yes.
I don't like that. I hit you with a bus. Okay, calm down. We have Season of Growth, 1 and a green. Whenever a creature enters under your control, you scry 1, which is going to really let you dig to whatever card you want. Whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature you control, draw a card.
Then we have Second Harvest. 2 double green for an instant. For each token you control, create a token that's a copy of that permanent.
Fun card. Next card is a great card. It's Stride Hanger Automaton for 3 mana. Artifact creature construct, a 1/4. Doctors you control get +1/+1. If 1 or more artifact tokens would be created under your control, those tokens plus an additional 1/1 color softer artifact creature taken with mind were created instead. So, we're creating a lot of treasures, hopefully. So,
Yeah. The art on this card is so cool.
yeah, it's sick.
I love all of the Gear Hulk style creatures. I know this isn't specifically a Gear Hulk, but it's a Gear Hulk style creature.
Close enough.
Pretty much it.
Gear Hulk adjacent. We have Trostani Selesnia's Voice as our final station improvement card. Double green, double white for a 2/5 legendary Dryad. Whenever another creature enters under your control, you gain life equal to that creature's toughness, which for your commanders, I guess it doesn't enter as a creature. I always forget that the 15 would be great, but still not the biggest problem we face. Then 1/1 green, 1 white, you tap, you populate, which is create a token that's a copy of a token you control, creature token you control.
Solid.
So next section is something that Daniel doesn't like.
I was gonna say you had me so convinced that this was just all fun and games.
Then you can sit this one out.
Yeah, exactly.
Starting this one off, it's color removing others policies. Keeping with my theme, we got Beast Within. 200 green. It's an instant. Destroy target permanent. Its controller creates a 3/3 green beast creature token.
Yeah.
And we have the other counterpart of it for white. Generous gift for 2 and white. It's an instant. Destroy target permanent. Its controller creates a 3/3 green elephant creature token.
Both? Technically, I'm not saying this is the right thing to do, but technically, group hug. You can say, hey, I can give someone a creature. Who would like a creature? Hilarious to do. Really, really funny to ask who wants a creature and then just blast something of theirs off the board. Generally,
blast their command tower.
Or, yeah, I was going to say, like, any of their color-producing mana they need. Who wants a creature? I've got you.
Yeah.
Your friends won't forget it, but it will be fun.
Lands are the best targets for those two.
Yeah, right. We also have our Kenrith's Transformation. 1 and a green for an aura. Enchant creature. When it enters, you draw a card. Wonderful. Enchanted creature loses all abilities and is a green elk with base power toughness 3/3, because why wouldn't it be? Welcome to the Elk Station, boys. Slothy.
Oh, it is me.
Yeah.
I got all backed up. Path to Exile's next. Single white for an instant. Exile target creature. Its controller may search your library for basic land card, put on the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle.
This is an emergency land fetch for us if need be.
Honestly, yeah, throw a citizen away to color fix. Easy.
Yeah. Sometimes the masses have to suffer a little bit. The next card we have is going to be Thundering Growth. So it's going to be 2 Selesnia. So green, white, green, white. It's an instant. You destroy target artifact or enchantment and then populate.
True. I like Thundering Growth. It's a fun piece of removal.
Yeah. It's a bonus because like we get to create another creature hopefully.
I do like the name of your next section, by the way. The Hull Breach, when you've gotta contain the problems. Our first one in this section is Dusk. 2 double white, destroy all creatures with power 3 or greater, which is hilarious. And then it has Dawn, 3 double white. Return all creatures with power 2 or less from your graveyard to your hand.
Yeah, which is quite a bit for us actually. So
well, again, that's a big sweep for a problematic like dragon player, angel player, you know?
Yeah.
1/1 counters player. Oh, you put 5 1/1 counters on everything? That's cool. Pretty cool.
Next up here, we've got Ruinous Ultimatum with some pretty sweet Kefka art. Double red, triple white, double black for a sorcery. Destroy all non-land permanents your opponents control.
Yeah.
We were friends until I cast this.
I
There's
like
a couple
it.
things in this deck that are Rigo bait. This is baiting Rigo.
Yeah, this is baiting Rigo. This is hurtful. Yeah. Again, the fact that you've got treasures makes it so that these weird to cast ultimatum costs aren't really going to be an issue.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
It's fun. It's fun to see
like,
the ultimatums go off too.
That's the thing. Like you're very gonna see stuff like them just because like the casting cost is so crazy because there's so many hits, right? So it's fun.
Again,
so, people are. Go on.
I was just going to say, one of the reasons I hate Cycrift is because of how little pip investment you need into it, right? The instant speed this is the same. This is arguably much worse than a Cyclonic Rift when it goes off. Because one, they're back in my hand. This destroys all of them, right? Very, very different. But I don't ever feel bad because the investment into this is worth that payoff, right? You should be able to have a good effect hitting like a weird color section like this, right?
It feels much more deserved.
Mm-hmm. But man, that one hurts.
So coming to our last section, so unfortunately, no, but it's going to be protecting the populace. And we only have 3 cards here because, we don't need too many. But our first card here seems like an interesting one. So I'm going to try playing around with it.
So fun to play.
For the common good. Sorry?
It's so fun to play.
So for the common good is double X and a green sorcery. So great X tokens are copies of target token you control. Whether that's a treasure or a citizen, doesn't matter. Then tokens you control gain indestructible until your next turn. You gain 1 life for each token you control.
Yeah. It's very, very good.
I like that part.
Again, even if you don't want to make tokens, it's just a great, like, very strong, all my creatures are indestructible and I'm gaining a life card, right? Even if you just dump 1 into it. But it can also become so problematic if you have, like your, what's the enchantment that lets you tap? I can't even remember its name right now.
Cryptolith, right?
Yeah, Cryptolith, right? Exactly. Stuff like that, where you can just like power dump mana into it and get it's good. It's very, very good. Because in a deck like this, if you can tap your creatures for mana, this just turns into tap 2 creatures, make a copy of target creature, and that's a problematic ability. We have our Moogle's Valor next, and we do have the other card that buffs Moogles in the deck. 3 double white. For each creature you control, create a 1/1 or 1/2 white Moogle creature token with lifelink. Then creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn.
Yeah. So once again, Jetmir's not the problem.
Jetmir is the problem. At every point I've ever seen a Jetmir hit the board, it's been a problem. There are no friendly Jetmir decks.
Like, Jetmir is just a distraction. I want to try to do stuff like this instead. So.
Pretty good distraction.
My wife's favorite deck that she plays is Jetmir, and she has no chill about Jetmir. She's a cat lady. She loves cats. She puts Jetmir out turn 1. The minute she can cast Jetmir, she puts it out. And then whenever anyone reasonably kills Jetmir, that's the right thing to do, obviously. She just kills them with the other 100 tokens she has. That's all. You'll never die to my wife in Magic if you don't touch that Jetmir. But the minute you make the right call and kill Jetmir, she just attacks you. Or hits you with like a chance for glory. Doesn't even care she's going to lose the game. Her creatures are indestructible. She gets an extra turn and she's coming at you, and it's scary. She's a weird player.
Oh. Next one here is Unbreakable Formation. 2 and a white for an instant. Creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. And it has addendum. If you cast a spell during your main phase, put a +1/+1 counter on each of those creatures, and they gain vigilance until end of turn.
Yeah, fun time.
In your land section, do you have anything very important?
In the land, we have the things that matter. We have some Streets of New Capenna fetch land, so Workers Hideout, Cavalry Yard, things like that. Cascading Cataracts is kind of important. It's the indestructible land that taps for colorless, but you can tap 5 colorless and tap it at 5 mana of any combination of color. So that's
a cool color fix.
And you know what? Like, I know we normally don't mention this, but like this time we kind of have to. Like, Reliquary Tower is actually kind of needed in this deck.
Very needed. Yeah.
So, like, yeah, there's a lot of draw in this one, but like this deck is hilarious. In all honesty, it's so stupid, but like I like doing things like this when I'm playing with my.
I love this deck. I'm gonna again. There's some small things I would change in this, like the removal section. But you have creatures. The creatures remove the players. That's all you need.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Again, this is like a super, super cool deck. Because I am a simple brained person, I would have gone, like, the only changes I would make is the tapping untapped creature kind of cards.
Yeah.
So like I've got a few off the top of my head because I love to play these. I would put Null Mage Shepherd in. You tap your 4 untapped creatures you control, destroy target artifact or enchantment. That's always annoying in a token deck every time. There's one from I just bought a big stack of these. It's Sunshot Militias. They're from the new Ixalan. You tap your artifacts or creatures, and it deals 1 damage to each opponent. That's just a great way to drop it down. And again, in your deck, whittle everyone down super, super bad. It's not targeted as well. And then I just like annoying cards, like your Glare of Subdual, tap an untap creature you control, you tap an artifact or creature. That's frustrating. But the two my biggest changes in this deck is just these 2 cards right here. Number 1 is Hairstrung Kodo. It's the most annoying card I've ever played. I started playing it in my Kona decks, and I haven't looked back. I started putting it in Rigo decks now and everything. It's so annoying. It's a 6 mana artifact. You tap and untap. I don't need to pull it up for the video. You guys will get it. But anyways, it's tap and untap creature you control. Target player puts the top card of their library into their graveyard. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. And again, in a token deck, it's a problem. And then my last one, obviously, Kieran Negotiations, 2 double red, tap and untap creature you control. Kieran Negotiations deals 1 damage to target player. And you are doing the politics and policies. If the policies break down, the citizens revolt.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, no,
like there's a lot of... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, this is a super, super cool deck. I love decks like this because I don't change my decks really, right? Like I build them, and that's where they stay. Unless they're like a super, super favorite deck of mine, they very rarely actually get upgrades. Like unless it's something I play a ton, like my favorite Rigo deck or like my favorite like Selvala deck, right? I don't super upgrade. So a lot of my decks are kind of frozen in the time period that they were made in. And this is just such a good spot for so many trash new Capenna cards. I love it.
Yeah, this is a really fun deck where, like, you as you said, you have all these like things that you would change out, and that's the beauty of this deck.
Oh, barely anything I change
deck.
out.
So like, yeah, so like you can do a lot of things. You can like do the traditional thing, like throwing in things like Smothering Path, get more treasures and all that stuff. You can throw in like Jahira, Friend of the Forest, to tap for more mana if need be. If you're worried about tapping untapped shenanigans, you have like Steeper Muse or like one from the Aether Drift, Veteran Beast Rider. You know, where like at the beginning of it's like 1 in the green and a white is 3/4 creature that at the beginning of your end step, untap each creature you control, and then it has like a pump effect. Like you have so many things that you could do, but like, you know, like that's not the point. The point is you want to be stupid.
Yeah.
You want to play stupid stuff. Like I edited this deck quite a bit because it used to be like $400 or $500, and like for jank decks, I normally don't put a like limit to it. But sometimes when you want a certain card that's really, really, really jank but fits the theme, you just spend the money you put it in.
Yeah.
So I did that with my book Tribal before. You know, like with book Tribal, I used to throw in Metal Worker. You know, that's like $150, $160 card, but it fit the theme, right? And it was mana rock in a sense. So you can do a lot of changes to the deck. As long as you're keeping with the theme of throwing the citizens and the populace and everything, it doesn't matter. Do whatever you want. Just try to keep the theme, which is the goal.
I honestly wouldn't even change much from this. Like this is again, it's a very, very cool, like it's a very cool, like you said, shell of a deck, right? I would change out a few things because I just like to tap my creatures more and be more annoying in different ways. But again, a 5-color deck on a budget is cool, but a 5-color deck on a budget that has a massive like token generator and draw generator in the command zone is really, really cool. That station thing to get around it's nothing in this.
Yeah, no,
but it's silly. Like, and that's the point. It's meant to be silly. Like, you're not generating so many tokens that are outrageous or big, you know, and you're telling people, like, you're not swinging wide because you're tapping everything to, you know, do the station. Like, you know, I could throw in things like where, like, what was that throne where, like, at the end step, all your opponents lose life equal to a number of creatures I control. I could throw that in, but that's not the point. My point is, I'm playing a game within a game.
Yeah.
So
there's
it's like, you know, like.
No,
go ahead.
You finish you.
No, so I was saying like the concept of this is basically like my thought is like like you like people downloading and playing like the games on your phone. All you do is like click 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 and just like AFK and like it just kind of does like its own thing, and you're just building up like resources constantly. That's the whole point of this. We're playing a game within a game. We don't care. We just want to play our own game, and interact with people from time to time, and hopefully cause them to attack each other. Because you're not trying to be a threat. You're trying to help everyone else, but at the same time, you're pushing along your plans.
Yeah. There's the only other mechanic that I think that would be fun to play into a deck like this. Well, again, there's obviously going to be lots, but the one that just instantly comes to my mind is this deck has already got me brewing like 4 or 5 decks in my brain. I love these things. But the inspired mechanic as well, because normally you have to risk attacking and then untapping to get their ability. But like any of the old inspired, like the fact that this is such an enabler for so many old niche cards, I just really, really like this as a commander option.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do I make a new stack of commanders?
You can. And that's the beauty of this.
I was going to say, it's a 50-cent card too. That's awesome.
Yeah, it is. The station is really cheap. It's like a junk rare in a sense, but it does so much work in Commander if you're designing well, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, there's so many ways you can go with this. Like token generation is probably the best way to go if you want to play with this. But like, you're in 5 colors. Experiment, play around. Like, my early drafts of this, I had like, your traditional things like heroic intervention and force charm to give all my stuff indestructible. But I swapped them out for sillier things, right? I swapped them out for like things like for the common good and Wiggles Valor, because it's different, it's fun, but it's still on theme.
No, I'm a big fan.
Mm-hmm.
Slothy, any closing thoughts on it?
I love it. It's awesome. I really like the theme you went, and kind of reading through the little description you had, and then seeing everything like actually line up. Like, oh, this feels like one of those little idle clicker games that you'd play on your phone. That's really, really, really neat. And yeah, I'm a massive fan of this one.
I love a good theme.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I got nothing else to say on it, Sherman. Any other closing thoughts? Are we good to roll?
No, we're good to roll.
We let it ride. Actually, yeah, there we go. Thank you guys for getting through another one of our episodes here. If you like what we're doing, like, share, subscribe. It really, really does help us out. Obviously, when you want to build this deck, clearly go to houseofcards.ca, promo code IT99. That's going to get you a wonderful discount. It's going to support a good business. It's going to support us. There's really no downside to it. Put any kind of decks like this in the AI Armor sleeves. He's going to have lots of cool sleeves for a cool deck like this. And yeah, let us know what you would go in this. This is just a very, very fun deck. Like how would you station this? I would love this citizen theme. It's so cool to see an underused mechanic just really come to life. So I'm a huge fan of this. And yeah, that's it. I let everyone have a good week. I let everyone let it roll, and we'll see you in a bit.
All right, time for a station break. Laters.
Bye-bye.
See ya.